welcome back if you're returning. My name is Burr, and if you are a fan of MMOs, RPGs, JRPGs, obscure video games, art, or music, then you should subscribe because that's what we do here. Also, don't forget to like this video because it lets me know that you like what we're doing, and it also helps us with the algorithm. You might notice that the setup's a little different. You have to bear with me. I rearranged some things, so I'm still getting it all figured out. Sorry if the lighting is weird. I know like half of my face is shadowed. I don't know. It's just a thing today, so apologies. We're gonna work through it though. I think it's time we were going, don't you? We've done all we can here, and we have a lot to report. But before we head back to the Rising Stones, let's call in Ralger's Reach. We should tell the ones... Whoa, we should be the ones to tell Lise about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. Blur, Alizé, you're back. Who? No, Alphinaud. It's good to see you, Lise. As for my headstrong brother, he's off on what will almost certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? But that's... If this is a joke... Gods, this has better be a joke. Sorry, Lise. I know, that's how I feel. Look, I know what I saw, all right. We all saw it. And here you are saying he's alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald. I know how ludicrous this sounds. I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. But while it might... Well, I might doubt the word of an Imperial envoy, I'm inclined to trust Burr's. She saw the Crown Prince through the Echo, in a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past. No, it must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. He had a great big hole in his neck. We buried him. Hola, Gemini. Aye, and someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? Haha. Thal's gilded halls. Whatever are you talking about? Thal's gilded halls. Or balls. Did you say balls? I think he said balls.
Ugh. Idiot!
Bagrid! Oh, what brings you to the Reach? Alphinaud had me lending a hand at the Saltery, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on, just until operations were up and running. And now that they are, I thought I might look on you before wending my weary way back to the headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but is there some suggestion the late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business? As much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right to violate his grave. But if it will put this rumor to rest, I suppose we have to. And when there are no curious eyes about, if we can manage it. Xenos is buried up at Bloodhow in the locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked so as not to upset the locals. Then it shouldn't be too hard to find. Now go, you're in charge until I get back. Go away. Thank you. Alright. This is it. Gods, he'd better be in there. Someone's sprawled all over the stone a while ago, but I had scrubbed it off and thought no more about it. So no one thought to check if the coffin was still occupied. Well then, we are presented with but one course of action. And we had best be sure we are not observed in the doing of it. Shall we begin? It's robbing crypts.
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
He has risen.
Nice thunder and lightning.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Oriange over Link Pearl and gave him a full report. Estrella is on her way and should be here any... Ah. A forensics team, definitely. Stolen. Anazay, Burr, 'tis good to see you safe and well. What news have you from the east? Been a minute. Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Ascian now inhabits Xenos' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates, but Burr? Nay, Alphinaud had the right of it. Would that his wisdom extended to the question of his own safety. Capable though he has become, he ventures alone into the enemy's stronghold, in the shadowy web of the Paragons, like as not. We definitely need some Hildy over here. When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticize, but I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. Oh, don't worry, Allie. Alfie is fine. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. We cannot suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear. The icon in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead, and the rite beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan. Every party behaving exactly as required. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. Sure you do. Not likely. Don't believe him. Look at all these machines. What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I really want one of their hats. I asked you a question, soldier. Da da da. What the heck? What are you? Have you lost your mind? Yes, seems that way. Ah!
He's lost his mind.
Katana wielding soldier. I have lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final bow, only to find that the finale was but an intermission. Shall I use this chance to repent for my sins, embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. I am so confused. What the heck? Yeah, seriously, cult talk, indeed. Salvation of the Star. It's been an eventful few days, hasn't it? But I suppose all we can do now is wait for word from Alphinaud. I don't recall the last time I had nothing pressing to be getting on with. We should probably make the most of it. Shall I put on some tea? Tea would be lovely. You may regale me with the tale of your adventures in the Far East, and of your encounter with this new primal especially. I'll put the kettle on then. That table looks free if you'd like to take a seat. We're gonna have tea with the ladies? I love this quest. Oh, upon sitting on the table, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Alright, we're going for it, guys. Ready? I hope everybody has their drinks and their snacks. Interesting. So the Tsukuyomi was summoned in much the same manner as Susano, via the medium of a sacred relic. That's right. They believe their gods, or kami, reside in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalogue of such relics, but if we are to contain the threat, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I shall pay a visit to Doma and learn what I can on this subject. A fine idea, and I know for a fact that our friends in Doma would be grateful for any information which could help to prevent further summoning in the region. I will pen you a letter of introduction. Lord Hian will wish to welcome our resident expert on etherology. Greetings. Could it be that I'm in time for tea? I don't know why he makes me laugh. He's so funny. So weird. It certainly looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us how your investigations went. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhouse gravekeepers. They all told much the same story. Once Lise and her officers had confirmed Zeno's dead, his corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems little reason to doubt their testimony on that point, but when I mentioned the defacement of Zenos' grave, accounts grew rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious persons in the vicinity, and all assumed the act to have been perpetrated by a vengeful Elamigan. Crucially, however, I was able to confirm that when the offending scroll was removed as per Lisa's instruction, no one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By that stage, 'tis like that corpse was already missing. The certified etherologist. Assuming Zenos has not, in fact, risen from the dead, we are left with two possibilities. Either the body was disposed of to lend credence to the claims of an extremely committed impostor, or an Asian has taken up residence within it. If Asahi was as fervent a devotee as you believe, he would not have been fooled by an impersonation. However committed, we must assume that we are dealing with an Asian and proceed accordingly. Agreed. The question is, how many more such monsters are waiting for Alphinaud up in Garlemald? Their presence was his chief reason for going. He understood the risks. I only hope he did not underestimate the extent of the infestation. Meanwhile, on the Imperial Hypersonic Assault Craft L something. Some number. Some Roman numeral. Master Alphinaud, we are making good speed towards our destination. Is aught amiss? Nay, it's just I could see naught from my cabin. I was curious to know the land over which we flew. Ah, I am afraid our military craft are built with little thought for such niceties. I am happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We are presently passing over the burn on the western edge of edge of Authard. Even with the benefit of a porthole, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but mounds upon mounds of lifeless earth. I have read something of the burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, bled dry of every last drop of ether. Aye, it is believed that a succession of icon summonings was responsible. When Emperor Solace first came to Authard and denied this blight, he said, or beheld this blight, he is said to have reeled at the scale of the devastation. He declared icons a threat to our very star's existence and issued an empire-wide decree ordering the eradication of all such entities. Oh. Report. Under attack, sir. Magitech armor. No visible designation. Magitech? But who? What's that one? All cannons return fire. Damage report. This is serious. Oh my god. The main reactor's been hit. Helm unresponsive. We're going down, sir. Damn it, they knew exactly where to hit us. All hands, brace for impact! Oh no, Alfie. Glad to have you back, Master Alphinaud. We have landed in one piece, more or less. But the air filtration system is damaged and the ship is filling with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we still can. Ooh. Aye, aye. We play as Alfie? In the coming battle, you will fight as Alphinaud. Uh-oh. That's so funny. We're Alfie! So we have to look for survivors. No, we didn't. So funny. Alfie. Oh no. I don't think we can take out all of these people. It's a lot. How come they're so angry? Confound it. Not here. Not like this. Ooh, big boobies. Who dead? What? Who in the Emperor's name? Enemies of our enemies. Introductions can wait. You are calm in a crisis, Master Alphinaud. Let us finish this then. Enemies of our enemies. It's got big boobies. My boomstick. My thanks. Your intervention proved most timely. You're so small. Well, Did not think to meet an Eorzean in this place, let alone a scion. You know of me, sir? I have some small history with your order. But I would speak of the present. Know you your assailants, and the severity of your predicament. The soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard. And I could venture a guess as to their motive, but you yet have us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are? Our names are not yours for the asking, and as for our purpose, let this be your answer. An Asian mask. The face of our prey. Oh, well, well, well. We must away before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now. Even should we manage the long trek out of the burn and secure passage to the capital, we would no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guard. Indeed, we accept your gracious offer, Shadowhunter will suffice for the present. I was gonna say, he needs a name. What are we gonna call you? If we're gonna come with you, we need to call you something. Come. He's the Shadowhunter. Whoa, he's taking out quite a few then, eh? Wow. Alize, if you only knew. Ugh, this is intolerable. But as much as I wish it were otherwise, there is nothing we can do for Alphinaud now but pray for his success. Well, that is not entirely true. While your brother journeys to Garlemald from the east, I could make my way there from El Amigo and find out what there is to be learned in the Empire's western province. Then I'm coming with you. I can't very well sit here sipping tea if there's action to be taken. Forgive me, Alize, but the provinces are hostile territory, and stealth is all important. It is safer that I go alone. I can sneak well enough when the situation demands it. Don't patronize me. You're the stealthiest of us all. Not you, too. I understand your frustration, Alize, but Burr has the right of it. We must defer to Thancred's expertise in this matter. Fine. Just promise you'll be careful. Shadowhunters, man. It seems that praying is to be the extent of my contribution after all. But I will stay behind as I have been told. We all have our talents. Mine just happened to involve a silver tongue and soft souls. I promise to send word the moment I learn aught of consequence. See that you notify me too. I mean to depart for Doma as soon as I find a suitable East Aldenar vessel to bear me thither, but I shall return if I am needed. Thither. Be sure to drop in whenever you're next in the area, Burr. With any luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report from Alphinaud to share. You have learned the emote ponder. Sisterly act. Oh, Burr. If you've come here hoping for news, I'm afraid there isn't any. Everything is exactly as it was. Ishtola is still investigating primals in the Far East, Thancred is still gathering intelligence in the Imperial provinces, and Alphinaud is still out there somewhere. She's like, well... There's been no word since his first scheduled report, nor does he respond to calls. And all the while, I'm just meant to sit around here waiting. It's driving me mad. Begging your pardons, I bear a message from the Eorzean Alliance. Thank the gods for that. We have a visitor. Welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, I should be most eager to hear it. My lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of Ascian interference, and they humbly request the presence of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Oh, the Eorzean Alliance. Having assessed intelligence provided by the Alamegan resistance concerning the whereabouts of Xenos' remains, they too suspect Ascian involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. As the foremost authorities on our foe, your orders, counsel would be the most welcome. Of course, we should be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afield, I'd say this one falls to us. By which I mean, I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust. What if I say no? Like what? She's gonna be like, but you are. Of course I will. Sure. There you have it. We accept the invitation. Thank you. The time and date of the meeting will be shared in due course, but I can confirm that the council will take place in Alamigo. By your leave. I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing mutely at a meeting would still be better than nothing I've been doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Thancred, what's going on, man? Alright, just be careful on the road back, you hear? Did I hear right? Real? Is Thancred coming back? Aye, that he is. Says he's acquired some important intelligence. Oh no, this is gonna be... I feel he's got that pirate talk. Being in Garlean territory, you know, he couldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials were listening in. So he said he'd head back as quick as he could to make sure someone was waiting for him in the Alamegan quarter. Understood. Burr and I will go. We're bound for Alamigo anyway, and there's sure to be time before the council begins. Come on, let's be off. I like this music. Do, 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 do. You two are a sight for sore eyes. Now all I need is water for my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will you? Traipsing through Imperial territory is thirsty work. Oh, he's thirsty. That makes sense.
I'm gonna get this man a drink, Coke Zero, right?
Cool.
God, I needed that.
I won't bother telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Quite. Without further ado, then. After the successful uprisings in Doma and Alamigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so well. The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance. But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation. We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
A spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight. The support effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamegan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire. That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself, our friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Domar has summoned a primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
And who do they think orchestrated this summoning?
Oh, any but those truly responsible. Xenos has seen to that. Speaking of whom, the Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
Yes. An Ascian wears his skin. But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
But Alphinaud should have arrived by now. Could they be holding in there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination. As you know, Scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphinaud's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
You spoke with Alphinaud?
Spoke with, no. I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out.
He heard Alfie.
The burn.
The bird.
The wasteland on the edge of Otherd. Something must have happened to them there. There's no time to waste. We must make for the burn at once.
I had a feeling you might say that.
And? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphinaud's in trouble. You said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies. So I'm going, and that's the end of it.
Oh, far be it from me to change your minds.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. Just wanted to remind you real quick to like this video and also subscribe if you haven't yet, because we're so close to our goal, so close. Also wanted to invite you to check out my Patreon below. The link will be listed in the description, and there you will find just other random stuff. I usually put like rough drafts, bloopers, random art things over there, my thoughts, my feelings. You know, if you're interested, don't have to. It just helps. It definitely supports the channel. Also, I have a Twitch now, so that link will be in the description, as well as the Discord. Come join us if you'd like to chat with us all the time instead of just during the stream. There, I'm planning on doing some like little private Discord streams, and we'll play FF together and other games. You guys will hear about news before anybody else hears about it, so that's free, and you're welcome. And yeah, that's all. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!